What is up? What is up, everybody? This is Mark and Mike. This is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling. I'm Mark and Mike. I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And we had Money in the Bank this weekend and a lot of wrestling to talk about. Also, we got the release of the AEW Fight Forever game. We'll talk about it as well. But first, we always do the wrestling retrospect. And your pick was Okada.
Yes, sir.
So you want to start that?
Let's find the ocean because I don't want to watch New Japan on YouTube. So the first one I picked was, and I have to go through these. Uh, it was a tag team match. Uh, sheesh. Damn, they're not in order on this site. Damn you, Daily Motion. You know what? I'll go out of order until I find it. So I did find one that was actually kind of old. I
Yeah.
made sure I never saw this one. It is uh Kazuchika Okada
Yep.
versus Austin Aries.
Ooh. That was a good
This one is from Revolution Pro. Uh it says 10/19/14. So this is a while ago. Um and I guess now you would know probably more than me about when did Okada become known to like the American
one.
wrestling fan?
I will say 2017.
Okay, so this
Probably
is
a little
before he
earlier than
blew up.
that
This is before he blew up in America, right?
because he was in Impact too for a
Oh
while,
yes,
and he
I
was a
I know.
very
As the
heavy
Black
set.
Mask. Yes, I know. Well, not was it the Black Mask or was it Kato?
That Kato.
Because the mask is
Yeah.
kind of the same.
Yeah. I
Kato,
think
right?
I think the Black Mask he was doing.
You think it was the Black Mask?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I
All right.
remember him like that. I remember him fighting Samoa Joe. Like, that was one of the first matches I've seen of his, and he was a little heavier, but
Mm-hmm.
again, kind of the same move set. I don't think he started doing the Rainmaker or that character wise until like 2015, 2016, and I
Okay.
think that's when he won his second title. That he started doing the whole Rainmaker character.
Okay. Gotcha. Cool. Cool. I will say for the most. So I think no. So it's this is 2014. Then he already had that style
Yeah.
because he came out with the music and he has the look. He has
Okay.
basically
So
he is fully formed in 2014 here.
yeah.
But this is I know a UK promotion.
Nice.
Um, Actually one thing that stands out, the commentary is pretty good. I like it.
Nice.
I'm not very familiar with Revolution Pro, but I've heard of Rev Pro, so I know. I would say they probably fought in Impact. That's probably why they ended up fighting. Because I remember Aries was in Impact a while ago.
Yeah.
He used to wear the hat and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, uh, as far as this match goes, it was a solid match. Uh, the one thing I will say, it was a good back and forth between the two of them. So at this point, you could say you thought Okada was gonna win, but because I know both of these guys were like at the top of their game, probably back at this time, it could go either way.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see the back and forth between the two of them. The fans were definitely behind both of them, actually. This is before Austin Aries had some really weird stuff recently,
Yeah.
so people were still on his side. And you know what? Not for nothing, I would recommend to watch this match if you want to see some early Okada. Very solid. And one thing I will give him credit for that he had even at this point, his drop kicks super crisp,
Yeah.
and he did, in fact, uh, do the rainmaker. I mean, the clothesline anyway. I
Yeah.
think that was his finisher. So
So he started the gimmick at 2013. I was a little off when that
okay,
happened. So 2013, the Remaker character started. Um, so that was probably a little after TNA.
The I will say though, the move that he used to finish it was he was using the tombstone apparently
Yes, he did the
to finish the
Tombstone and
match.
the Rainmaker.
Yeah. So this one he beat him with the tombstone.
Nice. All right. My first one is a tag team. It is the Briscoes versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Okada. Let me see if it has the date. Real fast. I hate when they don't give me the dates. Oh my bad. Shit. Fuck. They don't have give me the date right now. I'll tell you right now. My bad. Take it long. All right. It still have a fucking date. Oh, okay. October 19th, 2017. This match happened. Um, you had the Briscoes. During the time they were actually not the tag team champions. You had old school Shinsuke Nakamura and Okada tagging. It was a lot of back and forth, a lot of technician. I think Okada and Nakamura at the time were in a rivalry as well, so there was like a little tension between them during the match. So every time like Nakamura will try to land something, he'll like they did the whole story of he's about to hit Okada by accident or Okada was about to hit him by accident. So they kind of did that whole thing throughout the match, and they took the win, but Briscoes got really close, and then Okada caught the Rainmaker and won. It was a good match. It's on Ring of Honor Wrestling YouTube page.
Yes, sir.
I also will post them up on the Wrestling Babble page on Facebook, so take a look there too.
All right.
That was a
The
real
second
fun
one.
match, though. It was a fun match, a very hard hitting match.
The second one I found, I I I, I tracked it down. It is. Let's see if they have the promotion. God, I don't think this is New Japan. Hmm. This might be Michinoku Pro
Okay.
because it is Taka Michinoku
Yay.
and Kota Ibushi
Ooh.
versus Kazuchika Okada and Geto. And that's a rare thing for me. I have not seen many Geto matches. I just know that he is. What is this? The do you know by heart the faction that he's a part of?
Well, Gato was chaos,
Chaos. Okay.
but Gato then betrayed him, and now he's Bullet Club.
Okay. So 2017, I assume he was still Chaos.
Yes, he was chaos because he was always
Okay.
with Okada at the time too.
Okay. Yes. And also he loves to scream in English things like "shut the fuck up," "hurry up," "get up." That's one of the things I know about him that makes me like him is that
Yeah.
he just likes to say English, but only the bad things. Uh, this match was great. It was Taka Michinoku is a very underappreciated wrestler in America. I will say that more people need to see him after he left because obviously he did not stop wrestling.
Yes.
Developed his own promotion. You know what I'm saying? Like he did a lot of good things for the Japanese wrestling scene. But this match, he is a 100% character. What there's one thing that him and Geto have in common is the fact that they will poke you in the eye in the middle of the match. It's great. It's like one of the first real exchanges where he's losing against Okada, the number one equalizer, because he's not gonna do a low blow.
Yeah.
He's gonna poke him in the eyes.
There we go.
It is great. And then it ends up um, towards the end of the match that ends up being what gets him is because Ghetto. Well, it has a pretty cool sequence towards the end where Okada goes into ass whooping mode and takes out Ibushi, just straight up rainmakers him, and then he's about to get Takemichi Naku. He gets out of the way. He gets rid of Okada, and then Geto comes in, bloop, pokes him right in the eyes, and then rolls him up and pins him and wins the match, and it's great. So
A lot of eye poking.
recommend this match. Yes, the eye poke of doom. It's real. It's real.
Hey
So
man, don't fuck with that. I told my niece to do that to defend herself.
hey man, it was Hogan's special and revenge for a reason.
It was. Oh my eye. Anyway. My second match is more a current match. It was part of the G1 Climax last year. So G1 Climax 32. This was day 13, and my highlight of day 13 was Jonah versus Okada. And this match, yo, the, usually we pick someone, but Okada actually lost this match, and I was actually surprised he lost. But Jonah, and he actually brags about it to this day because he was like, "Look, I beat Nakamura and Okada. What are you gonna do about it?" But
Hmm.
this match was awesome. It was a big man, and you saw Okada work him down and get him down to his size and stuff like that. But Jonah was too much for him, and he was a lot more aggressive outside of WWE than he is now. So he was a lot more mean, especially with his weight. And he caught a good reversal, and then that led him into getting a squash to Okada, and he took the win for G1 on that match.
In so in that what was that New Japan?
Yeah,
Did he do the same finisher?
yeah.
The splash? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just a lot more mean.
All right. All right.
So yeah, I'll put that one.
He
That was
controlled the gravity on the
yeah.
way down.
Oh yeah. It was sort of, like even the Okada couldn't get back up for a bit. They actually had to bring in people to make sure he got up. They got the
So,
shovels.
oh, the spatula. All right.
He was done.
Okay. So this last match it is. See, I'm having a hard time. I think this is New Japan because of the ring. It looks like it has the white border with the blue.
Yeah,
So, but again, these don't actually say the federation, and it's not English commentary, but it is red shoes, so I'm assuming it's New Japan.
yeah,
Um, this one is it's called King of Pro Wrestling 2016. So I don't. Whenever that took place, you have to look it up. It does not have the exact date. It does say 7 years ago though when it was
yeah.
uploaded. Um, and this is Kazuchika Okada versus Naomichi Marufuji. I do not know much of Marufuji, but I know his name, and I know he had just a disgusting match against Shida, which
Yeah.
was disgusting. I mean, great because he did not hold back. And in this match, he was fighting like he was trying to win the championship. He did not hold back. This guy, I know he has a pretty big fan base. I'm not 100% sure. I think he's in Dragon Gate, or he was in Dragon Gate.
Yeah, I recognized him from Dragon. I think no, I think he's in Pro Wrestling Noah now.
Pro Wrestling Noah?
Yeah,
Okay, okay. So he's definitely a known quantity. But I did not know just how vicious that dude was. He has, I think he's up there with the most devastating chops I've ever seen. Okada is what, like 6'3", six? He's up there. He's
yeah,
tall and he's big, and every chop took him down because that dude's arm was like it was made of like granite. It was just every chop I said it sounded like a gunshot. It was nasty, dude. I'm surprised he didn't have blisters and whatnot. That's
yeah,
kind of a sign of that dude knows what he's doing. Um, but like, if you want to see it, Okada go through hell, if you want to see him earn a victory, you should watch this match. If you want to see Marufuji be a badass, you should watch this match. Like, they hold no punches. The one of the coolest things is to just to look at the moves they do and just to see how crisp everything is, dude. Like Okada's drop kick is one of the best, and the fact that he could aim it upwards because he does a counter to kick him off the turnbuckle.
yeah,
But there he's up there. The guy's like, I don't know if Okada's 6 something feet. The dude's like his chest is maybe like 7 feet up in the air or something like that. Okada hits him dead on in the chest. Like, it's I can see why they put him in the position he's in is because in big matches like this he delivers. In this match, like they said it was King of Pro Wrestling. That's all I gotta say. It must have been important.
Yeah.
He was the champion at the time, also.
Nice.
Um, it has not really false finishes that are such like shocking. It's just the amount of punishment each man takes in this match that's like shocking. Um, but Okada does pull out the win, and I said to you, it ended like an anime battle where he had to find the right counter at the right time to catch this dude because he was not giving him up. He was
Nice.
not giving. So it was a really good match. I will say, put the stamp on it. This is one of the best New Japan matches I have seen.
Nice. My last one is also going to be part of ROH, and this was Okada versus Roderick Strong.
Oh,
This was August 22nd, 2015. This was part of the Ring of Honor Field of Honors 2015. This was actually in the baseball field, so it was an outdoor event that they had on there.
mm-hmm.
This match was Crabman Central with the back breaking and back locks, leg locks, and things like that. Roderick Strong was really mean, and also Okada going into it. He was also the champion, IWGP champion at the time, so he was actually touring with ROH. I think they were working together with that, because that was also probably the beginning of the Bullet Club as well. So they kind of shared people. Very good match, very hard hitting match. Match went about 20 minutes. Okada finishes it with the Rainmaker, but he catches a Tombstone Pile Driver outside the ring, and that was mean. So really good match. Definitely check it out. I'll share it on the Wrestling Babble page. I actually looked up the date on the database.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Cage seat rings something cage seats or something like that. They actually give you info on matches, so I gotta use that more just to write down the matches we pick. All right, we go to the weekend wrestling. We could do the weekend wrestling first, and then we'll give our review of Money in the Bank. Before the weekend wrestling, what came out was All Elite Wrestling Fight Forever for all the systems. Came out on the Switch as well. Came out all the last gens. Also came out on PC all at the same time. And I got my hands on it. It's pretty decent. It's okay. It's okay. Gameplay is solid. Like again, if you like No Mercy, if you like those kind of AKI kind of fight wrestling games, the control scheme is very similar to it. Actually, very similar to it. I wish the buttons layout was a little different, just because the run button. I think that's the worst part of the button scheme is where the run button's at and how you run. Other than that, the
Question,
gameplay,
question.
yeah,
Before you go further, does the game have customizable controls?
yes, they do. I just haven't got
Okay.
enough time to really customize it to where it feels comfortable.
Okay. No, I'm just asking because I don't personally. I have not played a wrestling game in a long time, and even back then, they did not let you change the button. So
Yeah.
I'm just asking to see if that's a new thing. Okay.
So I was told by someone on shout outs to Major Wrestling for a podcast, the Facebook page. He was saying you could customize the buttons. I actually saw the setting for it. I just haven't done it yet. But
Okay.
that was
Cool.
my
Cool.
only
Cool.
gripe with the game play itself was the run button. It was really annoying to run and really annoying to run at people. Other than that, it plays 100% like No Mercy. I think it has limitation with moves because a lot of people share the same move sets. But then again, I'm thinking about AEW. I was like, yeah, but a lot of people actually do share the same move set. So it's like, all
Mm-hmm.
right, they have it. Some people, again, my only gripe with it and the is dated. It's extremely dated. This is like AEW year one and slash year two adding Punk into it. So a lot of the gimmicks are very dated or very old from probably 2 years ago and stuff like that. But they have a decent amount of roster. I wish they played more uniquely, and that's my other thing is, like, remember in No Mercy, the big men played a lot different than the cruiserweight. the cruiserweight couldn't pick up the big man. The cruiserweight will struggle, or until they get them beat down enough in order to do a move. They don't have that yet.
So I know that they have the super heavyweights. So what do you do?
Yeah.
What? No, I'm asking. What do you do? You just have
Um.
to deal with that the entire match.
No, it just doesn't. It doesn't really have a weakness of it. Like, say for instance, you fighting. If you're Sammy Guevara and you're fighting. Well, then again, there's not a lot of big guys in AEW, so it doesn't like they don't have that. Like Big Show's not in this game, so you don't have
No,
that
he's in there.
person. He is. I didn't even see it.
Paul is in it.
All right, so
I
you
saw
fight Big
Paul.
Show. There's not much of a difference if you fight Big Show or fight Kenny Omega. Like he could still slam him. He still could do the moves and stuff like that.
He hadn't. Okay. Well, I just want to give you something I saw on the stream was that he has the if you do the body slam whatever equivalent, but I think it might have the system where certain suplexes and stuff don't count as a slam.
Okay.
So it bypasses that struggle mechanic, which I think that was in No Mercy and
That
in the
was
older
100%
games,
Mercy. Yeah,
where you
100%.
could bypass the that animation by doing a different suplex. So
No, there was.
you just can't do regular suplex.
So
You have
if
to do like back suplex or something.
if you were a cruiserweight in No Mercy, if you're a cruiserweight trying to like flip Big Show, the
No,
only
no.
moves you were able to do on him to like move him is probably it was like a momentum arm drag or hurricanrana or like anything that is the kind of twisting their bodies giving you the momentum to move them. As in, you try to suplex, they will hurt their back. You can't
Mhm,
suplex them
mhm,
until they're like
mhm,
blue, and then they will let you get that like Hogan kind of ish slam
mhm,
to
mhm,
body
mhm,
slam and
mhm.
stuff like that. So like
Oh
those little details are not
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
hundred
yeah,
percent
yeah.
in there.
Yeah, I
That
remember.
No
You're
Mercy
right. You're
has.
right.
Same thing with the selling of body parts and stuff like that. It's not. It's there, but not there. Like it, I wish they affect you more. If I worked on a
Gotcha.
leg, I wish you limp and fucking fall if you can't run anymore, kind of thing. That's something No Mercy had, and it's not really present here. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the mag- the wrestling models are solid. They're okay. Again, they kind of had the same sprites of like No Mercy and stuff like that, but they were more detail. Again, it does look dated, and I will say that that's something. But then again, like I said, THQ is a small company now. It's not the big company it once was. So I kind of knew this was gonna have some things that are not gonna hit just yet. They're trying a bunch of things out. They're trying to see where this is gonna go. They do have a solid foundation, and I'm excited for a future game later on.
Hmm. Hmm.
But
The
and
one
also,
thing I saw
yeah,
that was cool, I just want to point out the one thing I saw that was cool that people were like, yeah, I like this, but I would love it if it had a No Mercy mode of the old school sprites,
yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
where the face is just pasted on a
Yeah,
3D model.
that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that see stuff like that. I hope they think about
Yeah,
putting
because
in
it's
retro touches and stuff like
yeah,
that.
because it is arcade and like it does play
Hmm.
very arcadey.
Hmm.
The
Oh,
guys
you
don't
know what?
stay down on the ground; they fucking get right back up too. That's fucking
The,
like it's annoying. Um,
I do have a question about since it's arcadey. How are the mini games?
they're annoying.
Really, they're not just dumb or and
They're
easy.
dumb.
They're annoying.
So the coin catching one is dumb because you're just pushing people out your way to grab coins.
Okay.
Pentas is kind of like how the karaoke works on in Yakuza,
Really?
but
Okay.
not as responsive.
Oh, that's not great.
And then I only played three of them. And the third one was I think it was trivia, and this trivia is a really
Yeah,
stupid.
trivia, trivia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
I
trivia
got you.
thing. But there's supposed to be
I
two
got
more that you gotta buy in the store.
you. Okay. Okay.
So I haven't
Okay.
played all of them. I just played those three, and those threes were it was nothing special.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it though. Like I think it has a decent presentation. The blood is pretty cool. The explosion deathmatch shit was hilarious. I actually found that me wrestling in those matches a lot more just because how ridiculous it gets.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, again, again, I wish the
Uh,
roster. Oh,
question:
good.
How since I know they went ahead and went with a wide weapon variety. Have you tried any of them, and are any of them fun to use?
Uh, so from what I've seen like the caution cone, the chair, the kendo stick, the steps. Um, what was it? The one that weird one, the trash can.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
the barbed wire bat, the baseball bat. I was mad they didn't put the stop sign, or I haven't seen it yet. I was a little
I
disappointed with that.
think I think there's a stop sign. I'm not
I
sure.
saw the caution sign. I didn't see a stop sign.
Oh, the generic. Okay,
Yeah, I was
okay.
like, damn, that's something they messed up. Like, that's something would have been cool if it's just the stop sign, because the No Mercy they all had the stop sign, the big ass
Stop
stop
sign.
sign.
Yep. And it made noise when you DDT somebody on it too.
Yes, that's also current in there. Like you could slam people on to things and
Okay,
it
so
will actually affect it.
I'm not 100% sure. Do you remember if it actually did damage to you in the old game?
Yes,
It did. Okay.
you
Okay.
hear the noise and you see them like, oh,
Okay. Okay. Because I was just trying to remember. Yeah, I know it made noise, but did it do something to you? Because
oh.
you remember
There was times
you
you
could
could,
slam people on the bell
yeah.
all day, but I don't think you could get a KO from slamming them on the bell. You
I
had to
think the
hit them with it.
chair and the steps you were able to.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
I think the chair definitely. The steps I have a feeling that was also because you'll also be able to power bomb people on steps.
Probably. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay.
But it's a fun game. It has potential. I hope they do updates and fix things. Like the online play is really schematic, and also people cut out games really fast, especially when they're losing. So they got to do a system where at least the person gets a win.
Mm-hmm,
That code needs work, but
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah.
again, a game has potential. Especially WWE going more high simulation of what the WWE product is. It's good to have like an arcadey game to it. If they would have went more arcadey and had just ridiculous shit in this, I think I would have liked it more. Just go all out with the arcade shit. But if you're trying to still be a serious wrestling game and then you adding dumb shit like chips, the collecting chips and things like that, that's where you kind of get throwing me off. Like if you're gonna go 100% arcade, just go fucking arcade. Have some ridiculous moves. Have some of your main specials to be extra, a little extra than it is before, than just a regular finisher or something like that.
You should. Did you look in the creative finisher? Not the creative finisher. The creative dudes, because I saw some stuff that was looking kind of weird. I did see some crazy stuff.
I seen someone make a Kanan Taker that looked like
No, no,
that,
I don't mean
yeah.
the finished product. I just mean the move set.
The
Like
moveset
there's
I
some
have
stuff
not
in
looked at
there.
it 100%.
There's some stuff in there that's kind of messed up
Yeah,
in a good way.
yeah.
In a good way.
Because one move I always used to use for No Mercy that I liked, that it's just a mean move, is that screwdriver that Scott Steiner does.
Mm-hmm,
It's
mm-hmm,
like a straight
mm-hmm.
pile driver to the neck,
Yeah.
and then you hear.
It's the Steiner screwdriver. Yes, sir.
I always liked
Yes, sir.
that move, so I always try to find that move and use it, and it looks mean.
I
But it's a
only
fun game.
use moves that make you bleed.
That too.
So I can win the first blood match.
Yeah, that or anything that just went for your head is just like fuck
just
it, gonna break your
just
neck.
hit you with the generic headbutt like three
Yeah.
times in a row.
Yeah, but it's a fun game. I gotta play it more, but Final Fantasy kind of took over. So right now I haven't really
Mm-hmm.
touched it. Final Fantasy is life right now.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't think I was gonna get that so much into it, and I'm like, holy shit, this game is fucking good.
All
So
right. That's
I'll
good.
save
That's
that
good.
for the Gets Better Surecast. But yeah, check it out if you're interested in like No Mercy kind of style games, or just in general, just an alternate version of the WWE game. I'll say wait till it goes on sale, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a fun game. You can have fun with it. Again, there's potential there, and I'm excited to see if they go for a next game and maybe try to get a slightly bigger team just to get that game even better, because I think it has potential to be a lot better.
Okay. Yes, sir.
And I hope
That
they do
sounds
the
pretty good.
updates and stuff. I hope they update
Yeah.
the
I
game and
hope they
things like
don't
that.
just drop it and forget about it. But they're not gonna be according to like the DLC schedule. There's at least gonna be some updates for the characters,
Yeah, I heard that.
like the
That great.
roster.
I heard for per pay per view.
So if they do patches and stuff when they are about to release the characters, unless there's like major game breaking bugs. If
Yeah.
they do it on that type of schedule, that could be good. That could
Yeah,
actually be really
I
good.
could see that potentially being good too. Like for like say for instance, they could update attire. And if they could update the
That's true.
attire every pay per
Yes,
view,
sir.
that'd be cool.
That's just true. Did you see?
Because
All right, one more really important question. Um, as far as the ring attire, I know the game was in development for a while, so I don't think it's gonna be everybody super current. Is it kind of current?
um, it depends on the wrestler.
Kenny.
Kenny is cleaner. The he's not the cleaner. He's the title the title collector. Kenny.
That was the one when he was wearing the suits
Yeah. The
when
cost
when he was with Don Callis.
his outfit is from that.
Oh, you mean his wrestling
His wrestling
gear,
attire,
the
yeah,
gear
is from
outfit?
that.
Okay, okay. Do they
Co-
have Kenny's with the suit?
no, you could do it though.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Again, I think they give you two slots for alternate suits. I
And
remember
they
No
let
Mercy used
you,
to have 4 slots that you
yeah,
could
he's at
customize shit. So
four
I
for each
think,
character.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's 3 in this game.
Okay, okay.
So you can put the suit. Like I haven't got like a fully detailed in it like that. CM Punk is pretty much basic Punk when he first came in.
Hmm.
Um, but then you have Jericho, which is inner circle Jericho.
Oh, it's not
Probably
Painmaker Jericho. Okay,
it's
interesting.
it's like I think that was his first time when he did the Painmaker.
Oh, it's the oh, right, all right,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah.
Mox, you can't even tell which version of Mox. It's just the hair on his head.
Yeah,
Whoever's
I know.
less.
I know. It's less and less.
If it's less, then you know where it is. I'm a little
Uh,
disappointed with the lack of like full tag teams in it. Like I was disappointed that Proud and Powerful didn't make it. Um, some these guys didn't make it. Private Party didn't make the game. Things like that. Like I like there's some characters I would like to see additional to
yeah.
it. The Guns didn't make the game. Like
Mm, mm,
there's no
mm.
real tag team besides Penta, Phoenix, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and then the Young Bucks. They're
Yeah,
best friends.
that's right. That's
That's it.
right.
Now Scorpio Sky and Kazarian.
Thank you, Kazarian.
Yeah.
I mean, so would there have been Mox and Eddie at that time
Yeah, well,
because of
Eddie's,
the match?
but they were in a tag team.
Well, technically they were, because that's why he.
I was a little
Yeah,
after. So
no, you're right. You're right.
I'll say the date,
Never
the
mind.
like the furthest this game goes is Punk's debut, and that's because of Punk.
Gotcha. Okay.
Everything else is kind of dated. I think FTR is when they first came in, and not the current FTR.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So again, it's fun. Like again, I'm enjoying it. It's I wish I waited till it goes on sale just because I didn't think Final Fantasy would take my life over, but it's a decent game.
Gotcha.
All right, let's go to the weekend wrestling. We go to Monday Night Raw, and we kick off with Dominic Mysterio addresses Cody Rhodes.
Talking that trash, but not really. It was more
Yeah.
Cody trying to give him a lesson. You know what I
Yep.
mean? You can't talk sense into the Judgment Day. How dare you?
Yep. Yep. That was a good segment. I want Rhea to punch him in the head though. We got Shinsuke Nakamura versus Ricochet, and the winner was Ricochet, and it was because of Bronson Reed.
Now I know he was unhappy
Yeah.
because who cost him his match? I forgot.
Who, Bronson Reed?
Yeah,
Ricochet.
Ricochet. Yeah, so he's gonna squash him. He doesn't like Nakamura because didn't Nakamura beat him as well?
Yes.
Yes. So he's got a beef.
Good
He
match
is
though.
the beef. He is the beef.
Yes, he is. Good match though.
Mm-hmm.
We go to Ronda Rousey versus Raquel Rodriguez.
That was solid. Raquel gave her the business. I like it. But you know what happened.
Yep.
I lose because it's two of them and one of her.
There you go. Match was okay. You got Dominic
Mm-hmm.
Mysterio versus Akira Tozawa. That was a solid match.
Oh, say that again.
Dominic Mysterio versus Akira Tozawa.
Yeah, it was more of a filler, but it was Dom trying to pretend that he was actually trying to have a competitive match, and
Yeah,
it backfired on him
yeah.
until Tozawa had PTSD from seeing Rhea Ripley.
Oh yeah, she beat his ass before.
She folded him up.
Yep,
Fold that man up.
that was good. The Miz is still using it. So he needs to do this sign. Um, yeah, Miz doing something. I forgot what Miz was doing. Oh yeah, Tommaso Ciampa was heading to the ring in the first match, and then Miz attacked him and the skull crushing finale on the floor. So he's
Mm-hmm.
mad at Tommaso Ciampa. Um, he also showed that Carmelo Hayes was in the audience, and he lined up fighting Balor later on that night. Yeah, Gunther versus Sami Zayn, and also you had a face to face with Riddle and um, Livid Kaiser.
You know, it's messed up. I've never even seen the guy named Ludwig Borgia, but every time they say that name, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, Ludwig Borga, the no fingers Ludwig Borga that this guy owns.
Mm-hmm. Was it Sam?
Yes,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
Sam. Yeah,
Good stuff. Uh, so what we didn't really go into Sammy and
Gunther.
Gunther.
Yeah,
That was a hell of a match,
yeah, it
dude.
was.
That's crazy. It was just as good as KO's match.
Yep, yep. Extremely good match. Having really good spots with the Blue Thunder Bomb, shit like that. But the numbers get overwhelmed and Gunther wins.
He didn't really need it.
Yeah.
He didn't really need it.
What we got next? Then we got our main event. Oh, no, it was our main event. Then we got Finn Balor versus Carmelo Hayes. I actually thought this match was actually really good too, showing
Yes, sir.
that Carmelo Hayes is ready for the Monday Night Raw scene as well. But Balor is going to take the win because he is going for the world title, and it was a really solid match, really good match, and that was a really mean coup de grace on his chest.
He flew like an eagle
Yeah.
and pooped on his chest.
Yep. We also have after backstage segment with Alpha Academy calling out the Viking Raiders. That was funny. And
They
then
need to fight. When are they gonna have a fight?
I think they
When are
fight tonight.
Maxine and whatchamacallit gonna fight?
I think they're gonna fight tonight.
Okay, good, good.
And then our main event was Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest. Rhodes win, and this was also a hell of a match. And going into Money in the Bank, um, this also kind of took away from momentum from Priest. I was like, oh shit, they might not even he might not look at it because I always had Priest as my secondary pick anyway. And it was like okay, but it was a really good match. It was really good storytelling and stuff like that. And also with Judgment Day coming out, I thought they took too long to come out and actually help Priest. I was like, come on, where you got you at? That heels, y'all supposed to cheat all the time.
True enough. But I have a feeling that as evil as Priest is, that he might be becoming a little bit noble
Yeah,
because of how he's acting with Finn, helping him and being at ringside.
yeah,
It might just be that he's prideful
yeah.
more than anything in character, but I don't know.
I don't know either. But that's Monday Night Raw. Where you give Monday Night Raw?
Uh, I might have to give it a A. Like when you take it apart and look at some of the little bits of, it was pretty. There's a lot of funny stuff that
Yep.
happened on this Raw. There's a lot of little funny moments and a lot of backstage stuff, and I think I have to give him credit because the backstage stuff is getting better than it was maybe like last year.
It feels more fluent. It feels more fluent. Like it flows good better with the show.
Yeah, like they actually have a plan for people, and it's not always just them standing around. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
eating catering, watching sideways TV.
Watching sideways TV or just standing idly in the back.
Yeah,
Because it's like, okay, we got interview segments, we got planning segments with Alpha Academy. We got people are doing stuff now. You know what I
I
mean?
love
It
Cat
it
Kelly.
seems more like an environment where it's not just hey, we're in this random building standing around. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I gotcha. I'm gonna go A minus. I give it a few points off just because I felt like it wasn't a strong go home show for Money in the Bank. It had some story elements, but it wasn't like that Money in the Bank step. Oh, did they did the summit yet? I forgot about that.
the girls, yeah,
Yes,
they
I
did,
forgot that.
they did, and
Yeah, the
Bailey took
women's
over.
ladder match summit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bailey took over,
Yep. I
ran
forgot.
Graves out the ring.
Yep. Yep. I forgot about that. All right. We go to NXT Go Rush Part Two. Um, we have NXT Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton versus Thea Hale. I actually thought it was a really solid match. I was very happy with it, and Tiffany won.
Yeah, she gave her the business. I thought the she held her own, and that was good. You know what I mean?
I would say this is probably Hale's best match. This is her the most I've seen her progress. It was in this match, and I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. I think it was better than the other match, obviously last week. But I think the one thing that I saw that was on brand for the character
Yeah,
was that she was trying to use the things that she learned
yeah,
from the guys.
I like that a lot too. It was good.
Um, I don't quite like that they kind of came out and ruined her match, but it makes sense for the story for them to be there. That's their student. But it brought that you could when that happened and they came out. That's kind of where the predictability of
Yeah,
how she was gonna lose came. So I
yeah.
was like,
But we also got the return of Chase U and Stomp and
this
kick
is true.
Struan's ass, and everyone was happy. I was very happy to see him back. I actually really like Chase U, so I'm hoping we get more out of them.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
We got NXT Tag Team Championships, Gallus versus Aegis Onof and Malik Blade. I thought this was a really good match too, and a really good effort for Malik Blade and Enof.
Yes, sir. Once again, I'm telling you, Enough is a star in the making. Keep it up. Blade is solid.
Yeah.
Like you could tell he's been working on like his in ring a lot. Cause remember he was like generic number three.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So
Yep.
now you get regardless of how his promos are, which they're okay at best.
Yeah.
He he's definitely better in the ring. So that's good.
I can't wait to see Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo kind of get in the
Yeah,
mix with the
yeah.
tag titles. I think they're gonna be fun, a fun addition to NXT.
Yes, sir.
You have Diamond Mine interrupts Schism's family meeting. They're like, fuck your family.
Well, this is true.
Like, your your couch.
This is true. This is true.
We got NXT Heritage Cup. Nathan Frazier versus Axiom. It's a fantastic match. It kind of brought me back that wasn't
No, that's just
Axiom.
Dragon Lee. This
It was
week is
Dragon
Dragon
Lee.
Lee.
They had the fucking police report has Axiom, and that fucked me up. And I'm like, no, he fought Dragon Lee. Frazier versus Dragon Lee. He retains. This is what I remember of the NXT Heritage Cup in UK, and they had some really great bouts for this title. So this adds into that Heritage Cup. Like they had some really good stuff for that in UK. So this made me remember why the NXT Heritage Cup was a lot of fun. Very good match, and I really enjoyed it. And I also like Norman Dar's little crew. They're funny.
Hmm.
Anything you want to add?
No, it was a solid ass
Yeah.
match. I mean, the I think the better man won this week, but I don't think it's gonna be too long until we see Dragon Lee with either some gold or something, either North
Yeah,
American or Heritage Cup, something.
I agree. Yeah, Gigi Dolan versus Kanea James. Dolan wins, but then gets hit and gets paint all over her.
Because Kiana is a sore loser. Now, why she had two full ass uh cans full of paint in her purse? Don't ask me why she. That's some malicious stuff. What are you going to work for like that? Come, this is wrestling. Why you got paint in the bag? What? What's going on? Somebody needs to talk to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sit her down.
yeah. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay,
What is
pain.
on her mind? That
Yeah,
is mean.
that was mean. Yeah, Gabe Stevenson helping train Eddie Trope for his match against Damian Kent. So they're actually using him in NXT now.
You
You
know,
had uh,
I was just gonna say, you know, they haven't actually said out loud that that's his brother, right?
no, they haven't.
To the guy.
Yeah,
I don't think this is wholesome.
no, I think they're gonna beat the
It
shit out
looks
of
too
him.
good to be true.
They're gonna rob him, take his lunch money.
I think he's gonna turn on him and they both gonna beat his ass.
Yep,
That's what I'm saying.
and gonna break his. They're gonna break his DJ equipment on his head.
Yep.
You got Mustafa Ali and Tyler Bray both want the North American title. As they argue, Wesley just walks away. Ali Bray is announced for next week. Mrs. Stone found Von Wagner struggling with his childhood trauma backstage. Yeah, Blair Davenport attacked Roxanne Perez and during Next Level Up. And JC Jane talks a big game, but she's not ready for Lyra Valkyrie. So they're going to fight also next week. And Rhea Ripley just looked at them and was like, whatever.
No,
She likes
She said
Valkyrie.
Lyra's a badass.
Yes. They
That's what
fought
she
in
said.
NXT in her I think one of her last matches in UK.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
And then our main
Oh,
event.
wait.
Okay.
Before we go to the main event, we missed something important.
Okay.
Very important. Joe Coffey
Oh yeah.
talked to the Don in prison. Now, we don't know what the Don's crimes are, do we?
I don't know.
But he planted an interesting seed that he was betrayed by Stax.
Uh-oh.
So now we got something to worry about.
Law and Order.
Stax is trying to be the Don.
Yep, yep.
Uh-oh. Let's see where this goes.
I was just saying, Gigi could have just like walked into a pavement and sold it for a lot of money.
I don't think you mean a canvas.
The canvas, there you go. Canvas.
I don't think you want to walk into the pavement. That's not good.
You can.
That's probably how she felt
Yeah.
after having that happen to her.
A canvas. She could have
Yes,
just walked into a canvas and probably sold it for lots of money.
yes, yes.
Yes. And then our main event, Carmelo Hayes, NXT champion versus Baron Corbin. They brought back the Lone Wolf theme. I was popped and I was ready for Corbin to win. I was happy they brought back the theme. I liked the end of days theme, but I was happy they brought that back. He actually looked very confident and stuff like that. This match was probably one of Baron Corbin's best matches in a long time. Very good back and forth, and this match just really elevated Carmelo Hayes as well as the champion. So this is like probably one of my favorite matches beyond the pay per view this week.
I agree. I agree. I'm glad they actually went ahead and pulled the trigger on the music and the look.
Yeah,
Good, good.
he needs a beard though. Like he looks weird, just all bald and nothing on his face. He needs like a little beard. But I really enjoyed it. So overall show, where you give it?
I'm gonna give it a. I guess I'm gonna give it an A minus.
Yeah, I'll go A minus as well. That main event was well worth it though. They killed it.
The two championship matches I thought were great.
Yeah, women's. Let's
Um,
go.
we had lots of story that made sense. Moved stuff forward. The Heritage Cup, I guess you can count that as a championship match. It's Gold Rush, right?
Yep.
3 championship matches were great. Tag team match, that's another championship. All right, all the championship matches were great this
Yeah.
week. Okay, I can't really fault it. Huh?
Yeah. I go. I'll go solid A. It was a solid A show. I'll keep it
hmm
that way. All right. We go to AEW Dynamite, and I almost thought Sting lost teeth in this match, but it is what it is. But we kick off with Tomohiro Ishii versus John Moxley, and they brought me back to the G1 and when they fought and they beat the crap out of each other, and they got the same thing here. I really enjoyed the match. I like the strong style presented in this match, even though Moxley doesn't sell shit half the time, but it was a good match.
I mean, do you blame him?
Moxley is
Can
just
you
angry.
blame him?
Yeah,
Can you blame him?
yeah,
It's Moxley. It's not like it's a jabroni. It's
yeah,
Moxley. That man is crazy.
yeah, he is. But really good match. Moxley wins.
hmm
There was also drama with Eddie Kingston, and he came in talking shit, and then it was also led into backstage stuff with Renee Young saying, "Fix this shit."
Basically.
She got
Well,
tired of it.
he might be the cog in the wheel
Yeah,
that turns Moxley back to a good guy.
yeah.
Because he came out during the match to stop them from, teaming up on Ishii.
I think Kingston's gonna get his ass kicked.
I mean, he might, but I think Moxley might
Yeah.
might have second thoughts about it. That's what I think.
We go to Orange Cassidy, Keith Lee, and Valkygo versus Jericho Appreciation Society.
The
This
JAS.
It was fun. It was a fun match.
Yes, sir.
Him trying to dance on Keith Lee and regretted it with his life. That was great.
Yes, sir. You know what? I'm just saying. I'm just gonna point out there. It's good to see Keith Lee on a Wednesday.
There you go.
He's been on the wrong show for a long time.
And he looked youth. He looked like he been in the Fountain Youth on Wednesday.
You got a little haircut, put a little dye in. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. We got backstage stuff with the Elite and Young and Dark Order. You know where this is gonna go. They go to a match: Elite versus Dark Order. You know who wins? The Elite.
We still there? We still there?
Yep.
Come on. When they gonna stop this?
Look at there.
They gotta win a match.
Jack Perry's promo. I wanted to talk about
Jack.
this. You know what it reminded me of? And I was telling Josh this. A kid cursing at you, and you're like, "Aw, how cute." That's what this promo did to me. I was like, "Oh, look at him trying to be angry. It's so cute."
True enough. True enough. So he deaded the song. No more. No more. Oh.
Yeah, you just lost all your pop. No one like
He
it no
made
more.
me sad. Now he's no more Taz singing. I'm sad.
No, he ruined everything. That's it. Just shave your head now. Take that off the. Just be a bald dude. Look like Lex Luthor.
No, he should get a mullet
A mullet.
and just be a full on. Just everybody hates you. Get a mullet.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody can stand you.
Yeah, I did not care about his promo at all. And then he tried. I give him credit for
I will
trying.
say, Christian should have won.
Yeah,
And buried his ass.
yeah. I'm just saying. Christian, I thought taught you better.
Yep.
We got Ruby Soho versus Alexa Nicole. It was a jobber match. Nothing special. And then tornado tag match: Sting, Darby Allin versus Jericho and Sammy Guevara. This was a shit show, and in many ways, but we saw Sting jump from the top rope into fucking two tables.
One table.
Well, he ran into two tables, but he landed. So, what was it? Bubble Dudley was talking about that, and I busted open the radio. That he was like, "Yo, that was not a two-table spot. You not need the second table. You almost
Yeah, he
had him lose his teeth."
wasn't going that far.
Nah, and he actually landed perfectly on that one table.
I'm
He just
surprised he flew that far. I'll just put that out there. He
Sting,
didn't jump off the ropes. He jumped off the ladder. So I'm
yeah.
like, all right, Sting he got some jumps on him, some ups
Sting
on
was like,
him.
"Look what I could do."
I wish he said that, man.
The match itself was just everywhere, but the spots for Sting was freaking great because the crowd was so into it, so they made the enthusiasm work more, and just him going through it. I just wish they were a bit more safer with those spots, because Sting could have lost all his fucking front teeth if he would have went more into it. I think he bit his lip. That was it.
Okay.
But the table expert in Bubba Ray Dudley said that was not a two-table spot. So listen to him. I also dug the Sting makeup. That was cool. AEW Dynamite, where you give it?
Wait, do we?
Hmm?
No. I was gonna say I was looking at it and they did a recap. I was like, did we get something? No, they did two recaps.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah.
Um, no, I give it a B minus.
I'll
It
go.
was fun. I was happy to see Keith Lee back on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
That first match was great. Nothing wrong with that. Dark Order needs to win, dude.
Never mind.
That just makes me so
Unless
sad.
they're on a show called Dark, they're not
I
winning.
know. I know. Sucks.
Um, I did not get to watch Impact because there was so much shit going on. I did watch the Joe Henry thing on Kenny King. That shit was hilarious.
I think that's funny because I only knew what the joke was referencing because I did see he had an interview with Renee Paquette and he talked about his past
Yeah,
when he was a Chippendales dancer. So I
and
knew
that
what
and
that
that was
was.
exactly what he was pointed
Yeah,
at
no,
too.
I know. But I'm saying the only reason I knew
Yeah,
was because of the interview he did like 2, 3 weeks ago.
yeah,
So that was actually very funny. It was very funny.
because they also had a special down under one that this chick fought
Hmm.
from Major Wrestling Figure.
They won a lot. They had a lot of people. They
Yeah,
had a lot of people fighting against the Australian stars and whatnot, and I thought it
yeah,
was pretty cool. I
it
like
was
that.
cool. It was cool. I got to see that match. It was actually pretty good too. And I saw Joe
Yes, sir.
Henry versus Moose.
They
That
need
was
they
actually
need
good
to
as
put
well.
that match on everything. That's all I'm saying. What was it? Steph Delander versus
Yeah.
Diana.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That was really
Mm-hmm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Yes, it
good in many
was for more
ways.
for more than one reason. Mm-hmm. And she knew. She knew.
And her angles were there.
Spot on. She knew.
But yeah, shout outs to Impact Wrestling. They keep killing it. I didn't get to watch the show, but I did watch that special, and that was what was on there. And then we go to Friday Night SmackDown.
Yes, sir.
And we kick off with the Undisputed Tag Team Champions. We had Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Pretty Deadly. I actually really enjoyed this match. It was really fun.
Yes, sir. I think credit should be given to Sammy and Kevin for having such good competitive tag team matches
Yes, 100%.
that have time. Like I appreciate it. And you know what? Credit to Pretty Deadly. I love the outfit with the red and blue
Yeah.
the top with the belt design on.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was good. Like again, the way they were presented this match, they gave you the illusion they could have possibly won.
Yeah. And that's
Hometown advantage. They're cheaters. They got the gear. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it, and then I actually liked the their backstage segment with Kevin Owens for the bad ankle. He's like, why my foot? Like, why you want me to walk over there? He should come to me. I'm the one with the bad foot.
That's pretty good. That's true.
We were also in UK, so the crowd was very, very loud and very enthusiastic for everyone. You had Ridge Holland versus Austin Theory. I thought that was an okay match as well.
He's looking good, man. I gotta give credit to Rich Holland. He's looking a lot better than he used to, man.
Yep.
He's looking like he's his own man right now. Just saying.
We got Shansi versus Bailey. It was a quick match. It was not long, but they also did
Yeah,
some backstage stuff and cut her hair.
it was definitely more of like a story match that led into the beatdown. So I guess she's gonna have a new look when she comes back.
Yep.
It's terrible. Cut that girl's hair like that.
We got Grayson Waller effect, and it was Logan Paul, and then they landed into a triple threat match that Butch beat Escobar and Knight.
Yeah, good stuff, man. The promos before though,
Oh yeah, they were
that
great.
Grayson Waller, man, he caught lightning in a bottle because they just be acting up on his show for real.
Yep.
Like it's not even like the Miz and everybody KO show. They just be acting up on the Grayson Waller effect. So
And every time I think of someone punching me in the face, Butch always delivers.
Butch, yes sir,
He always gonna
yes
punch someone in
sir,
the face. He ain't gonna. He's a man of less little words.
yes sir. I love it.
And then our main event went to a no contest, but it was WWE Women's Champion Charlotte Flair, Oscar versus Charlotte Flair. And it went to no contest because yeah, Becky was Bianca Belair was gonna get her shit back, so she busted their asses too.
I I think the match was it was short. Obviously, it
Yeah,
was okay for what it was. But the only thing I did not like was that once you saw Bianca, the conclusion was you knew it was not going to be
yeah,
a regular ending to the match. Now that said, I'm not mad at what happened because she stacked both of them women up on the table
yep.
at the end. Listen. Hold on. You can't be mad at her because she got kicked straight in the face.
Nah, right.
Oscar pulled her. That's why she dogged Oscar first. I don't know if
Yeah.
you noticed that.
Okay.
Like when Charlotte was out there, she wasn't mad at Charlotte for kicking her. She was mad at Oscar for pulling her. And I was like, oh shit, that makes sense. Wow, she's not stupid.
Yeah.
So like, all right, I'm not mad.
Okay.
I look forward to the inevitable three-way between the three of them.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
But but here's something I'll throw at you that it's a part of the storyline now because EO won.
Yeah.
So somebody translated what they were saying last week. Did you know that EO called her a piece of shit on live television?
Yes, he curses a lot.
And it was hilarious. But the other thing she said is, "When I win, I'm coming for you."
Uh-oh.
She's not going after. Uh, she has no. She's not going after Rhea. She said, "I'm coming after you when I win." So now that this is 100% confirmed, that's our target. Will the triple threat be those three, or will it be EO? Because I wonder if EO is gonna challenge her first
And you also
and
can't
beat her.
trust Bailey with her with the briefcase either.
Don't say
The
it.
drama starts.
If EO is the first woman's failed cash in because of Bailey, I will never forgive Bailey. I'd be so mad. Because remember, they also pointed that stat out
Yeah.
this weekend. 100% for the women.
Yeah.
If EO loses because of Bailey, I'm going to be so mad.
Yep.
So mad.
And then ending of the night was Roman Reigns with the Usos and Solo Sakura. Amazing stuff. Every time they actually get in that ring and promo, whatever they do, man, they do it to the best of their abilities, and they delivered also on the pay per view as well. So this it just made everything fucking a lot more clear. They're doing such a good job and just doing this storyline over and over, and it's been really good. So wherever Roman's on screen, my attention is there.
I think this was the better show going to the pay per view.
Yes, I feel like that too.
But I think it was better because of the placement of the promos.
Mhm.
Because this is you ended the show on like this powerful ass segment.
Yeah.
But I will say the one thing that annoyed the hell out of me was WWE trying to brand this Bloodline Civil War.
Yeah.
Stop! Shut up! Stop saying that! Stop saying that! That's not natural.
Yeah.
These people don't say that. Like the Usos and Roman are not saying that. Like they're not saying this is a civil war. This is
Yeah.
so. So every time the like Kathy
Yeah.
or what's her name? Kayla
Yeah.
would literally say Bloodline Civil War to one of the people. It's like I hate this.
They
Don't
probably do
say
it
that.
too. Like, shut up. All right.
And don't forget we had Paul Heyman crying. Was that
Yeah.
was that today or was that the other day?
The other day.
We had Paul Heyman within tears over this whole thing.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So what you give SmackDown?
I'm gonna give it an A.
I'll give
Why
it
not?
A as well. Very good.
I might give it
performance.
an A plus because Butch punched Logan Paul in the face
Yeah,
again.
I think I gave more points for the Monday Night Raw. He did that too. So you know what? Yeah, I go A plus just because Bush punched
And you
him
know
in the
what? For
face.
the crowd,
The
because the
crowd was
crowd,
like
this
electric.
is gonna factor into Money in the Bank. That
Yeah,
crowd was the best, one of the best parts of the show. So
yeah. All right. Did you see Collision?
no,
All right, I will run through it real fast. Yeah, MJF versus Ethan Page. The promos were great, but the match didn't deliver that well. It looked like Ethan Page's knee was actually bothering him, and kind of worked the knee and stuff like that into it. But the Ethan Page and his promo was really good, so I would actually
hmm
recommend checking that out because
I
I know
saw
you
that.
like
Yeah,
Ethan Page. Dustin Rhodes versus Powerhouse Hobbs. It just felt like it was predictable to that Hobbs was gonna win. But stop trying to make Kyushi Marshall thing, please.
stop it, stop it!
No,
Don't you say that.
no.
QT Marshall. No.
You ruining
QT Mar
Johnny TV too. Like
QT
he's
Marshall for
with you and
life.
he's gonna lose too.
QT Marshall for life. Stop it.
Loses.
Hard
Um,
Rock Cafe. Stop it.
Miro versus Anthony Henry. Another squash match for Miro.
I'm mad because Henry is good. Come on, man. Don't
Yeah,
do him like that.
but he squashed him. He didn't like. It was not much of a competitive match.
No, I'm just saying. Don't put him in a squash.
I know I've seen Henry in Evolve. Like he was really good,
I've
but
seen Henry even in AEW. He's
but
had good
he was a
matches. I'm just
jobber tonight.
yeah.
He didn't get no
I don't
defense.
feel. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. I think he needs to leave. He needs to go to like Impact or something.
Juice Robinson versus Ricky Stark. I thought it was a solid match. I thought it just went on a little too long.
Okay. Okay.
That was my only gripe with it, but it was a solid match. And then the whatever the Bullet Club they are now, because I feel like they still got kicked out, but they're calling themselves Bullet Club, which is bullshit because y'all got kicked out. The original Bullet Club in the New Japan, like yo, dude, these say fake motherfuckers. They don't come and kill y'all. That's how gang wars
I
start.
mean, until they do it, they can get away. Until Lil Kenta shows up,
Yeah.
they can do what they want. Who's gonna stop them?
And then so FTR and CM Punk come for the save. So the Gun Club is part of the Bullet Club now.
Good. 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 With the name The Guns. Come
Yeah.
on, bro. It only makes sense.
Chris Statlander versus Lady Frost. That was actually a solid match. I wish it had a little bit more time, but it kind of got thrown
Mm,
off. It kind of just got slow in the middle, but it was a
okay.
solid match.
Okay.
And then main event was Roderick Strong versus Samoa Joe. This was also part of the Owen Hart tournament, and Samoa Joe wins. This was a very hard hitting match, and probably the best thing to watch on the show.
Did they give it time?
Yeah, they had like the last half hour.
Really? All right. I might have to
So
watch
it was a
this.
really good match.
I
They
might have
went
to
back
watch
and
that.
forth, and again they fought each other in ROH too, so they
Mm-hmm.
they have history. Punk being on the commentating team was cool too because he kind of talked about the history of him and Samoa Joe and him and Roger Strong as well. So it was good. I actually like this commentating team a lot more than Dynamite. I'm just saying.
And this one
I like
is
Nigel
who?
and Kevin Kelly.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because it's Collision. That's right. Okay.
I
Okay.
actually like their team more than Dynamite. That's just me though.
I like Taz.
I
I'm
like
just
Taz, but like this dude gets me annoyed sometimes, and Tony Schiavone just feels off sometimes. I like Taz,
I love Taz. he's, he's the best.
so
Oh
yep.
man.
Um, so I'll give it uh B minus. No, I'll go C plus. The best match was Samoa Joe Roger Strong. Hobbs and Dustin was okay, but I kind of knew the outcome. Again, when you start seeing some of the matchups, you know exactly who's gonna win, who's gonna lose, and that's something that's hurting AEW because they don't like surprise you in any which way. They can surprise you here and there, that you won't be as predictable.
They need to do it more often though. I'm
Yeah,
just saying. Especially on the matches where it's nothing on the line.
yeah. Like
There
you could
needs
have
to be a
had, yeah,
surprise
you
once
could
in a
have had
while.
like Dark Order win that match. Elite does not have to have a winning streak. Just saying.
They could win one match, not on dark something. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Come on.
All right. And then last but not least, we're gonna review Money in the Bank, and we kick off with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We had LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Logan Paul versus Ricochet versus Sanso Escobar versus Butch versus Damian Priest. The winner was, it was kind of a shock to me, was Damian Priest.
Yes, sir.
He was my dark horse though.
I did not have him in the pick. I think everybody and their grandmother, including the grandmother, had LA Knight.
Yeah,
So,
I think I picked LA Knight, but I had Priest as my dark horse.
yeah, for me, my secondary was Logan Paul for the
Yeah.
story. But
I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy with the winner. I think again, LA Knight, the place would have exploded, but I think Priest also got a good pop when he won it and stuff like that. It's someone new, someone threatening that could take either title. Um, so I'm very happy for Damian Priest. He's been having a good year. He killed it with the Bad Bunny, so I think this is the push of Damian Priest and see where that goes from there. I think there's
hmm
still some push for LA Knight down the road, so I think Money in the Bank wasn't in the picture, but I think something else is gonna be soon. Um, what you, what you give the match?
I give it a 4.5. And I only give it a 4.5 because I was a little upset at how sturdy the ladders were. They had too many spots where the ladders didn't break,
Yeah,
and the ladders would have broke. You know that.
yeah.
You know that. The ladders would have broke.
Uh,
So this is WWE spending money on no. This they bought them UK ladders. UK ladders don't break.
um, I go four. I thought the match was solid though. It was very good back and forth, and I think the spots were crazy. That that Spanish Fly spot, they should have just canceled
They
that.
should have aborted.
Yeah,
If they'd have both just fell through the tables, like just did a jump
yeah.
instead of trying to complete the rotation, Logan Paul wouldn't have got sliced up. You know what I'm saying?
But Ricochet, kudos to him. He fucking held his head, like he protected his head.
Yeah, but I still think they should have
Yeah, they
aborted
didn't
that.
have to do that, but there was some cool stuff. Very cool stuff. A good match.
Hmm.
And LA Knight was like super over in this match.
Yes, sir. And shout
Uh,
outs to that pink bottle of prime that his
yeah,
boy threw
that's
at him.
I mean too.
That was good.
Our next match is the Women's Tag Team Championship match. You got Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez.
Solid, solid. I liked it. I liked Majin Rousey. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah,
That was cool. Um, I don't quite get why Shayna snapped, but I want to find out.
yeah,
So at least this match, in addition to being a solid match,
yeah.
it leaves me like wanting to know where the story's going. So I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'm gonna go 3-5. I thought adding the story with Shayna like choking out Ronda gave me some extra points to it. I'm happy living and Raquel are new champs. They got the tag team titles back. Hopefully they stay healthy.
And that yo, that finisher was mean.
Yeah,
Like again, I give him credit. Ronda ain't have to do that. She fell on her head.
yeah,
The live call her lovely.
yeah. Um, go to our next match. Intercontinental Champ. Oh, where you give it? Oh, yeah, yeah, you said it already.
Yeah, 4.
Intercontinental Championship match. You got Matt Riddle versus Gunther.
This is tied with for me for my match of the night. I wasn't expecting it, but goddamn, Riddle went out there and fought. Sometimes you forget how good he is in a match with
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
cause he had me thinking, oh lord, he about to take it.
yeah,
But Gunther said no, He did the Matumbo,
yep.
no, 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 no,
No, no.
and slapped his foot. He chopped his foot off.
Yep.
Crazy. And another thing I have to give credit for is that Gunther has he's like Brian Danielson.
Yeah.
He's got moves where he could just beat you
Yeah.
because it makes sense to the match.
Yeah.
4.5, borderline 5, but I'm gonna give it
I
4.5.
I'm going for again, but this match was extremely solid, and yeah, when he started slapping his foot, I was like, "Damn, you mean?"
Hmm. And the Drew thing at the end,
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then Drew popping up.
Yeah,
Yes, Drew
yeah,
returns and
yeah.
beating the crap out of Gunther. We got Cody Rhodes, Dominic Mysterio.
I liked it for the good guy versus the bad guy. Uh, I actually like some of more of the character stuff between Dominic and Cody here. The only thing I guess I could agree with you is that Rhea Rhea did go all in,
Yeah,
but I guess she didn't want Dom to get disqualified. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
I'm
saying.
saying there's other ways you gotta do it. Y'all do it all the time. Why was this match the exception?
Just saying. Just saying. It's not like she didn't do nothing. It's not like she did nothing. So I'm gonna give it a 3.75. Could have been better if it had if she would have put her A game into to trying to mess up Cody.
Yes, I would agree with that. I go 3-5, and yeah, it was solid. It was solid. Good move match for Dom as well. I thought he moved really well in the match as well. I thought they worked really good together. And I liked his little tricks and little him trying to like cheat and win and stuff, but they didn't cheat enough, and that's why it gives me points away.
Yeah.
They didn't cheat enough.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't cheating. You ain't trying.
You ain't trying.
You didn't try.
He did try to leave though.
Yeah.
Got to give him points for that.
John Cena's return. I actually enjoyed that whole segment. I may have gone a little too long, but I enjoyed the whole segment.
No, I was happy to see John Cena.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. I was happy to see him. Good.
And going
And
against
Grayson
Grayson.
Waller, it
Yeah.
was good. It was good. Give somebody some shine. Yes, sir. John Cena doing the
Yeah.
right thing
Yeah, but where it was like, oh, why John Cena was there? Because he's John Cena.
because he's John Cena. And he
That's
wanted
it.
to go to the UK.
Yeah.
He wanted the trip.
Yeah.
Come on, can you blame him?
I actually enjoyed the whole segment. I thought it was cool. Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Our competitors are Bailey, Becky Lynch, Zelina Vega, Io Sky, Trish, and Zoe Stark. The winner was Io Sky.
This one I'm gonna give a 5. More so for the moments in this match because I think this one more than the men's. Not to say that the men's was bad.
I preferred this one over the men's. Like if I say which one's gonna get a higher score, I think this one I enjoyed slightly more.
Yeah, I'm just saying the reason I liked it more was because like when they did the spotlight moments for each person and stuff,
Yeah,
when like Trish and Becky went at it, and then she got double teamed, and they started the match trying to, like I like there's a lot of if you pay attention to each, because remember you can only show a certain amount of people at a time.
yeah,
So each thing that they spotlighted, I thought was actually very well done. I love the end of the match because it was going a predictable way with the handcuffs, and then they
yeah,
changed it.
yeah.
And then when you see Bailey and her fall and like Io's head pop up, and I'm like, no, she's not gonna. That's messed up. And she handcuffed Bailey to her. I'm like, all right,
Bailey
but she
deserved
did
that
kick
too.
you. She did kick her off the ladder though.
Yeah,
I
Bailey
mean,
deserved that.
blame her.
All that.
Can you blame her though? That's the thing. You can't blame her.
Yeah,
Selena did her thing. Like she pulled out the chocolate on top of the ladder,
yeah,
slapping the girl in the head. Like I can't be mad, dude. It was awesome.
yeah. It was a
Good
really
ass
fun
match.
match. So you go
This one
five.
I'm gonna give a 5. Yeah.
I'll go 4.75, and I think that was one of my favorite matches of the night. I think the girls delivered. They delivered hands down. Like again, like you were saying, the spotlights of each characters and the storylines they were building in each thing. Everything had a storyline in this match, and they did a good job in capitalizing those storylines as well. And that's something I give it a lot of credit to.
Was Becky Phoenix? Was Becky
She was banned.
Banshee?
She was Siren,
She was Siren. Okay.
Banshee's
I was like, I'm trying
daughter.
to remember which mutant was she?
She was Banshee's daughter, Siren,
Okay.
which she's
Okay.
Irish.
No, I know,
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying, Phoenix has had the green and
Yeah, I thought, and
yellow.
then Josh he said Rogue, and I was like, I could see the Rogue too, but I
It
was
was
like,
too
yo,
complicated for Rogue. It was way too
but the
complicated
back,
for
the
Rogue.
back, I saw Banshee, and I was like, no, it's not Banshee, it's his daughter, shot Siren, but I thought Banshee
Mm-hmm.
because of the back, because the it had the spiral of his wings,
Mm-hmm.
or his cape, whatever the fuck he is. Yeah, so yeah, it definitely was Siren. All right, go to the World Heavyweight Championship. We got Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor.
At some point, we might get Seth Rollins versus Seth Rollins. I don't.
Yeah.
If the cloning technology speeds up,
Yeah.
WrestleMania. Um, this match is another great match, another solid match. Personally, I wanted Finn Balor to win.
Me too.
I don't exactly know how I feel about the end of the match with Priest coming out there and ending up being the reason Finn lost. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
If it's with the story, don't. I'm not saying it's out of nowhere, but kind of sucked in terms of how I feel about the characters now. I think a little less of Priest because of that. Thank you. Should have
But
done that.
but then again, he told Balor not to step foot in his ring in
You
the match.
can't be like that.
Yeah, you can. He's
No,
like,
you
oh,
yo
I'm gonna
listen,
go up
listen.
to yours now.
You can't be tit for tat when you're on the same team, man. That's how you lose. And what happened? Finn
Balor
lost.
lost.
Asshole. That's just he should just call him an asshole every time. You asshole. Uh Solid match. I love the crowd for like the first 2-3 minutes. They
Yeah.
just had Finn upset.
Yeah.
Upset. 425, man. 425. I thought it was very, very good.
425. I go the same route. I had to rewatch it. The first time I watched it, I was kind of tired and I started falling asleep. So
Mm-hmm.
I rewatched it and I really enjoyed the match. They have good chemistry. Again, Priest coming out makes sense for their storyline of what Balor did first, but I was like, oh, is he actually gonna Balor? I thought he was gonna Balor Order and Balor was gonna win it. He was gonna wreck Balor.
Yeah. That
That's what I
that
thought was gonna
that'd
happen.
have been
And
an
I was like,
instant five.
damn.
That'd have been an instant five.
I was like, damn, dude, like that. That's your boy. But damn. All right. Yeah, I go 425. And then our main event, the Bloodline versus. I'm not saying Civil War. I don't like the fucking name.
I don't like it either.
Yeah, it's just like what's Civil?
Stop trying to capitalize on Marvel, man. Not everything could be a comic event. Stop it.
Anyway, you got the Usos, you got Solo Sakura and Roman Reigns. So we always talk about storylines and how to build story in matches and how much we get invested in these stories and how you can easily do certain things to sell things or certain pinfalls you could do and things like that. Everything I always say positive about a match was in this fucking match. Like I cannot say
Mm-hmm.
nothing worse than that. From the 12 counts to the finish to the ball hit that freaking got Jay got revenge on Roman Reigns from fucking
Mm-hmm.
2 3 years ago. From everything in those little spots and things like that, this was what wrestling is to me. It's fucking amazing story and Roman Solo, the Usos all fucking killed it in this match, and I cannot say nothing more than that than a five. Like everything fucking worked in this match so fucking well, and like I can't even describe it without fucking because it was so good, and just how they did everything and how their match ended and how he got him with the that like everything. This match made me so excited to really talk about it because I was really excited to talk about this match, and yeah, this
You
was
know
my
what this
favorite match of the
reminded me
night.
of? You know what this reminded me of? It reminded me of like the best storytelling parts of the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
Of like when they were actually rolling with story and not just being hardcore and ass and titties and whatnot.
yeah, this was like Brett
It
Austin story.
Yes,
That
it was this thing that had history, so it felt like that type of deal. It felt like the best story parts of the Ruthless Aggression era, like the end of Rockin', was it Rockin' Austin?
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like their long rivalries, Kurt Angle and anybody back then.
yeah.
It but when they had a prolonged story, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It reminded like Eddie Guerrero. Anybody had a long program, and that's what this reminded me of. Like everything came together. It was like they worked for a long time for this. They had callbacks to 3 years ago, like you said.
Yeah.
Then they had callbacks on the win to what 7 years ago to
Yeah.
when Jay first got up in him. It's again, you ain't had to do none of that. They ain't have to do none of that.
This
But they
is
worked it.
this is wrestling story time. The
Roman's reaction
storytelling
to
is
the fans, like again, the fans, like I was telling you, the fans are gonna add another point. So this is getting a five regardless. This might get a five plus.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, like everything was on point.
This was like S rank.
The one thing you said that was in here that was it can take away from other matches, tag team matches in particular, was the falls and how when they hit Roman with the double spear, how he didn't kick out and Solo had to get him out,
Yeah.
and then stuff like that where it had to be moments where the team worked as a team because they didn't want the match to end. It was like that's tag team wrestling.
Yeah. And just to have that in the main event spot of tag team wrestling galore, like
Mm-hmm.
one thing as much as anyone was like, oh, Vince had this, but I don't even talk about that until I actually see it and believe it. But you could tell like the longevity storyline they kept in this match again, going back into 3 years and how he pinned Jey Uso, going back to 3 years, and this being the first time Roman was pinned, and freaking since Baron Corbin 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking crazy, but this is wrestling. This is when wrestling is in masterwork. Like this is mastery storytelling, perfection,
Yep.
and I can't say more. Like this is S rank. This got an S rank with 3 stars on this shit because it did so well, and even Solo Sakura like really stepped it up and was killing it in this match as well. Like His spots were good. It was more on Roman and the Usos, but I gotta give him Solo the credit. I gotta give Michael Cole and fucking Wade Barrett credit too, because they were really
Yeah,
into this
true.
match. I bet their
Yep.
voices hurt after this
Hmm.
match because they were so invested in it. And also shout outs to Cole and Wade because the match this show that they called was awesome. Like they talked about shit in ROH and New Japan and things like that that actually brought more story into the why they're there and why they develop it. You could tell that they're not getting produced because this is Cole's strong point is knowing these facts and actually telling it. So that commentating team also was fucking killing it that night as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, F5.
Yes. Yep.
All right, podcast we listen to real fast, and then we go to the new
Oh, we gotta score the pay per view
pay per view.
itself.
Um, 4 5.
For me, it's gonna be dare I say 4.75,
Yeah,
near perfect.
yeah. It was a good
I
pay per
think
view.
I think for me that's like the best pay per view this year besides Royal Rumble.
Backlash was so
And
good.
like I think Rumble, Mania,
Backlash.
this their backlash was good. Their
Backlash
backlash,
was
damn,
good.
their backlash was good. Yeah. But if I'm being honest on how I felt, Rumble's up there for Cody. I thought
Yeah,
Rumble had a great moment. Gunther and Cody, I still love that.
yeah,
That's like one of my highlights of the year. Um, Mania, Rhea and Charlotte, and then the tag match highlights.
yeah,
And this one, just about for me, both Money in the Bank matches, that um the last tag match and Gunther and whatchamacallit and Gunther and Riddle for me.
yeah,
Like, yeah. And you know what? The John Cena moment also.
yeah. It was good. All right. Yeah. I go 4 5. You go 4 7 5. Podcast we listened to after the bell had Finn Balor. That was actually a really good conversation. So I recommend everyone listen to that one. If you didn't see the match, you listen to that before the match, and it's actually really good.
Yes, sir.
Cause you got Jay Uso today on not Sam Wrestling.
Is he on it or are they just
I know.
talking
I think
about it?
he's talking about it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Um, Chris Van Vliet had an old interview with Xavier Woods, so it's one that came out like last year. And that was the only thing he put out. Renee Paquette hasn't put out anything in a while.
She, I will give her credit. She might not have had wrestling guests, but she is doing these really fun, like for the YouTube shorts,
Okay.
these cooking videos.
Oh, nice.
Not bad, not
I
bad.
bet.
I
All
think
right.
you should check them out. She
She's
does
doing on
some
AEW
interesting ass
or
stuff. No, it's
on.
on her own channel.
Okay.
So on her YouTube, since they have YouTube shorts now, it's like a minute long.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just does like quick cooking stuff, and I'm like, it's stuff you've never even heard of together,
Cool.
and I'm like, damn, that looks good though.
Nice.
So, hmm
Nice. All right. All right. And then the wrestling retrospect. It is my pick this week. And I'm going to go with. Let's go, LA Knight.
okay, okay, okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
So.
dummy.
I
I don't know if you remember that one.
remember that one because
On Impact,
he just recently was on the
dummy.
interview and they were talking about that.
Yeah, dummy. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yes, it would be LA Knight. All right, we wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Battle Podcast. Thank you for listening, and follow us everywhere on Red Cycle Link and Mark the Mic. On Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. On Mark the Mic. Also on TikTok, Mark the Mic. I do a lot of figure posts and figure news and everything in between. So check that out and give me a like and follow. Also follow Red Cycle Link.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us anywhere Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud, Spotify, and we got a WordPress.
Yep, yep.
Check it out.
Peace out, ladies, and always remember follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry.
Peace out.